Creative Living, utilizing today's technology with the best of the past to bring you innovative ideas and up-to-date information for creative lifestyles in today's active world. With your host, Sheryl Borden.
I'm so glad you joined me today for Creative Living. We're going to learn about some fun sewing projects for kids to do. We'll find out how to make candy melt cupcake toppers and show some glittery home decor items. One of my guests is Karina Gardner, and she's a creative director and designer. Karina will demonstrate a variety of projects and patterns that are easy for kids to do as parents help them learn to sew. Her company is Karina Gardner Incorporated, and she lives in Salt Lake City, Utah. Another guest is Emily Tatak, and she's going to demonstrate how to use candy melts as cupcake toppers. Emily is with Wilton Brands in Woodridge, Illinois. And we'll begin the show today by talking to Barbara Trombley, who is the president of Art Institute Glitter Incorporated. Barbara's going to show how to use various glitter products to decorate plates, ornaments, books, candles, candle holders, even tissue boxes. She's from Cottonwood, Arizona. Barb, thank you so much for coming to be here with us today. I can remember as a child using school glue and glitter and globbing that stuff all over cards and making Mother's Day gifts for my mother. And who would have ever thought using glitter would have ever come as far as it has?
I know, and actually that was the only glitter that was on the market when I started. So I developed the ultrafine and the microfine glitter for the entire craft industry.
And that's what's so different is when we used to use the glue and you'd pile that glitter on, it was sometimes 1/4 of an inch high. It was so thick.
It is still, and I'm a calligrapher, and so I wanted to develop a different type of adhesive that was good for calligraphy and precision application.
Oh, I see. That's how it started. Well, let's get everybody excited about what you're going to show us and look at some examples, starting with the book. You want to talk to us about that?
That had a gold leaf stamping on the front of it, and we just embellished it with beads and glass glitter.
Oh, I can feel it.
Yeah.
And then the little ornament.
That was a found object from Goodwill or someplace like that. And you just coat it twice with adhesive and then put on glass glitter.
Twice, okay. And this plate, and this is what you're going to show us how to do. I love the plate.
That is a pressed glass plate, and we're going to embellish the back of it.
And the little items in front are just as cute as they can be, a little shoe and a little rose.
It just shows that you can use this adhesive on a lot of different
Lots of things,
yes,
lots of surface. Any surface you can't use it on?
Just UV coated surfaces,
Okay.
maybe lacquer coated surfaces.
This candle is just gorgeous with all of the fine glitter on it.
Again, we coat it twice with the adhesive and coat it with the glitter and then fill in with an ultrafine glitter. That has the glass glitter on it.
And this Kleenex box with butterfly. Gosh, butterflies are popular, and you can just enhance anything with them.
Right, that is just a paper cardstock butterfly that we've embellished with glass glitter.
Wow. Oh, that's beautiful. And last but not least,
Isn't that beautiful?
fabric. You can use it on fabric.
It looks fantastic. This is ultrafine glitter in transparent and a few opaques, and it's on tapestry. Gorgeous.
Oh, it's so pretty when the light catches it. It's just gorgeous.
It is.
Okay, well, we promised that you'd show us how to do this. So, first of all, the glitters themselves almost look liquid. They're so fine.
They are, and I've brought ultrafine, transparent, and ultrafine opaque. And on the, this is a pressed glass plate so that the pattern is already on the plate. And so I'm just, that's what makes it so simple. You just simply touch the adhesive bottle to the plate and just start squeezing.
And it's kind of a white, I mean, so you can see where you're putting the adhesive.
Exactly.
And as thick as you want, or as
thick or thin. And then you just simply tap it on, and I blow it off at that point. And you can just keep going and going until you've got enough on there that you're comfortable with it.
And so is it better to do several thin coats than to make it so thick?
No, this one is you really just put the adhesive on, and the glitter that touches the adhesive first is the winner.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the viewing from the other side that you're going to see.
Oh, and so these could be used for snack trays or something? I mean, they're usable.
They are usable. You can cover this with a clear coat on the back, afterwards if you like, but the front is completely glitter-free when you turn it over on the other side. You can see it is white glue that dries clear, but it dries absolutely clear.
And so you would put the clear coat on the back, just mostly to protect it.
Just to protect it. And if you didn't, you could still wash this plate by hand and wipe it dry. It's not dishwasher proof.
Okay, so hand wash, but when you're having something special, that's okay.
It's fine.
Set this over here. And then this is a totally different technique.
Right.
And we were talking about the popularity of butterflies.
And you can use this as I did on the object that the glass candle is in over there.
I noticed you had butterflies on this.
Right, so I just simply took a permanent ink and stamped it, and then I dried it with a heat tool.
On the outside.
This is on the outside. And
now, why do you have to dry it? Could you just let it set for a while?
You need to dry a permanent ink.
Oh, okay.
It's nice and black, the permanent inks are. And then you can outline it, and then you can outline it and put on the black glitter. And then when the black glitter is dry, you just simply add the color.
You make that look so simple.
Thank you. And so you can just put 3 colors on. We just put the glue on and a couple colors of glitter.
And you hit it on the side so that you don't waste anything.
Right, I'm just going to try to pop it back in the tray.
Is your workroom just covered with glitter?
It is. And it clings, as you can see. But it will not cling. I blow that off, and it will not cling afterwards. Again, you can coat it with clear nail polish or something like that, but it really will stay permanently there.
Okay, so once you blow this off, and then on the inside again, it still looks milky white, but that dries clear.
It dries clear, and the color will pop through.
Wow, that's
It'll be beautiful.
Well, gosh, you said any surface just about can be used with these fine glitters. Right,
this is Designer Dry's clear adhesive, and so we've used it here on paper, on metal, on glass.
Candles.
On wax candles, on leather, books, and on metal. The candlestick is metal.
Oh, I forgot to show this because this is the candle at the top, and then you've used it on the metal on that too. So that I've forgotten all about. I think you need to leave that here. It looks so pretty, by the way.
It does look good. And that's glass glitter. The orange is glass glitter, and the green is an ultrafine polyester.
And are these just in all of our craft stores?
A lot of them, yes,
A lot of them.
Yes,
okay, so we can go and get all the. How many different colors are there?
I have about 450.
I think we could all find something.
Including the glass, about 700.
Wow. Well, you've come a long way from working with glitter as a child, then, haven't you?
Oh, yes. My first experience was a Christmas ornament, and it went forward from there.
Well, you just do beautiful work. Thank you for showing us how to do this.
Thank you.
Emily, it's a real pleasure to have you here, and I look forward to you coming back many, many times.
Thank you for having me.
Because we love having Wilton on, and you always bring such pretty products and new things.
Yes.
And what's new in Candy Melts? I thought we had done everything there was to know about Candy Melts.
There's always something new in Candy Melts. We actually have some new colors that just came out. Candy Melts come in a variety of colors, but we've come up with vibrant green, bright white, and a very beautiful vibrant pink, which we'll be using a little later.
Well, and I can remember back in the past when the colors had to be mixed. If you wanted to make various colors, you had to mix them just like you do with food coloring. And now, like you say, how many colors do?
I think we're up to about 19 different colors.
That's every color that you'd ever need.
Colors and flavors. We also have flavors, so about 19 altogether.
Well, that's amazing. Well, I'm glad that you all came out with those so that we don't have to temper chocolate and not burn it.
None of that, no. Candy Melts are super easy to use. They're super user-friendly. All you have to do is melt them in the microwave in either a bowl or a disposable decorating bag, and they're ready to go.
And you do have something new in terms of couplers?
I do.
I didn't even know they had those.
Yes, this is brand new. If you're familiar with a coupler, it's a microwave safe, so you can put your Candy Melts in your bag, and you just change the tips. So we have 3 different tips here, and we've got a writing tip which we'll use, and I'll just show screwing it on. And then we also have a drizzling tip and a ruffle tip. So you have all these different decorating options, whatever you want to do.
And keep in mind, if people are just tuning in, this is candy,
This is
not
candy.
cake decorating,
Yes,
icing.
yes.
Okay.
This is candy, so it will.
You've made it just as easy as icing decorating.
Absolutely, and that's what's great is because it dries hard, and you can use it for decorating, you can use it for molding, making little candies. There's really endless possibilities that you can use candy melts.
And people think that you're such a pro if they see the finished result.
Absolutely.
Well, let's show how to make these these are candy cake toppers.
Yes, candy toppers. So this one, the first one we're going to start with is you just use a circle cutter, or really whatever cookie cutter you have. I'm just using a circle, and we're going to make these circle toppers. So I did a chevron pattern, but you can do spider webs. You can really do anything you want. So it's as easy as...
That white is pretty and white.
This is one of our new ones. This is bright white, super vibrant. And it's as easy as melting it in the bag and just snipping the tip.
So cleanup is nil.
Oh, cleanup is a breeze. You just throw the bag away. So I'm going to fill my cutter.
How thick do you suggest doing that?
About 1/4 inch.
Oh, okay.
It's just kind of...
so it won't crack.
Exactly,
probably.
exactly. So that looks great. And I'm going to use our new vibrant green. I love this
good. I
color.
do too.
We were just talking about it. Love the color. So just snip the tip again. And I'm just going to draw lines. So it's super simple. Just draw some nice lines. Oh, looks like this one got stuck.
That's when you lick your finger. I love when things like that happen.
Absolutely. And then just using a toothpick, I'm going to draw down to create the chevron pattern.
Go one direction.
Go
then
one
the other
direction and then switch the direction. Exactly.
And we were talking about for different holidays, wouldn't it be fun around Halloween to make spider webs?
Oh my gosh, yes.
How would you do
spider
that?
webs.
What would you start with?
All you would do is the same thing. You do the white on the bottom, and you would do a black center and kind of do a bullseye, so consecutive circles, and then using your toothpick, draw out.
Just draw them out.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that next year.
And then you can, put a little M&M or a little candy or something on top to be a little spider.
And then how long does this take to set up before we can handle it?
Well, you can either leave it at room temperature or you can stick it in the refrigerator for about 8 to 10 minutes. And they're really easy. You just pop them right out like that. So we've got some pink ones done, and I'll show you how to add them to a cupcake. I just like to add a little dollop.
It's kind of like glue, isn't it?
Absolutely. I already smooth iced these, so nothing difficult. But if you wanted more height or a little more dimension, you could pipe a swirl on top, or really anything you'd like to do. So you can decorate one as well. Here you go.
Okay.
And it's as easy as that. Your cupcakes are ready to go.
You really are just putting enough on to hold it? Or
Yes, just like glue.
And some of them I noticed are at a little more of an angle, so you could almost stand them up if you put enough icing on.
If you put enough, right,
But
you can make a little ramp. Beautiful.
Well, gosh, those are easy to do. I like that.
Yep, and they're done in about half an hour tops. Super
And this
easy.
would be fun to do at a kid's birthday party and let them
absolutely.
create their own decorations.
Yes, candy melts are kid-friendly. My nephew loves to use them. I love to do them with him. And the colors are so vibrant, they kind of go with any party.
Any theme.
Any party.
That's true. Okay, now I was excited about this. I've done a little bit with candy melts, but I've certainly never done initials.
Yes, so they are great for tracing and making monograms as well. I have a few letters kind of underneath some parchment paper.
And we could just print these off the internet?
Yes, you can
Crayola coloring books?
Absolutely. Any kind of color, or sorry, any kind of font, if you want to do a specific, maybe a crown or any kind of pattern, you can do that as well. Or you could freehand. I personally am not the best at freehanding, so I like to trace. So I'll do the L here, and I have my writing tip on, and you just see how easy it is to write. It's just like a decorating tip.
And you could go over it or expand, make it wider or taller.
Absolutely. And here, I'll let you do, you can choose a letter of your choice.
I'll just do the C. We'll have a creative living.
Perfect. Perfect. And as you can see, they're super easy to embellish as well. I put some pearls on some of these, but you could also use nonpareils. You can use jimmies, sugars. That's wonderful.
I could even make it wider or
Absolutely.
whatever I wanted to do.
And it's always a good note to have a few extra because they are delicate. So
or you may get hungry.
Or you
while
may
you're-
get hungry, exactly. And
Okay,
again,
so we're going to put these on cupcakes.
Yep, and they firm up just like our circle toppers did.
Would we, just another thought on the first ones we did, would you ever just, instead of piping icing or putting icing on there to hold it in place, could you use your same candy?
You could. You
just-
could add a little dollop of candy and it'll hold it right in place.
Good, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So
This sets up about, well, how long?
since they're smaller, anywhere between 5 and 8 minutes in the
Oh, wow.
refrigerator, so they're super quick. And you just take a angled spatula and just carefully underneath the paper, just lift them up. So super easy. And I'll show you how to do a 1M swirl like we have over here, and we can put our monograms and be
And that's
done.
about the fastest decoration you can do
This
because it's a
is-
big tip, a lot comes
Yes,
out
this
at
is
once.
a big star tip, and it's super easy, and I think it's one of the most iconic cupcake just swirls that is out there right now. So there's my 1M. You just start in the center and go in a clockwise motion. Going all the way to the edge, perfect, and then you could start lifting up once you get around.
And then you have to lick that off.
You
I
have to
know.
lick that off, agreed. So I've got a S for you. There you go. And I'll add a B to mine. And you can just stick them right in the front.
Oh gosh. And
Perfect.
And again, wouldn't this be fun to do, all the kids make their own initials?
Absolutely.
They would really think that was a special treat, you know, to take home. Well, it's amazing to me that you can come up with new things for candy melts, but they're so fun to work with.
Yes, there's always new things coming up with Candy Melts.
Well, thank you, Emily.
Thank you.
Karina, it's so nice to have you here. I don't know when you learned to sew, but I learned to sew, I think, when I was 8, and I was in 4-H, and my sister was my leader, and my mother, we all sewed. And it always is so discouraging when I meet people and they don't even know how to sew on a button. And your mission is to teach young people how to sew, and I just admire you so much for that.
Well, I've seen this skip in generation where grandparents know how to sew, the parents know how to sew, and then the kids are saying, well, I want to learn how to sew. And so that is, you know, a lot of my sewing patterns and a lot of things going on my blog are really geared towards children because I know I want my kids to sew. And you're seeing a lot of people my age coming in and saying, I want to learn how to sew. And so they're learning how to quilt and make great little projects for themselves and for their kids.
And your premise is just exactly what I think. You want it to be fun, fast, easy, almost instant gratification.
Yeah.
So
Don't we all love some
we do.
instant gratification? Yes. So anything that I can do to make it easier, that's what I'm after. And also make it fun and bright, and definitely the fabrics, you know, make a big difference.
And you have your own line of fabric, so it
do.
does make it fun for your kids, I'm sure.
It is really fun because they go and they'll choose from the bolts I designed for Riley Blake, and I love working with them. So,
well, we're going to show several projects, but one is a pin cushion, which was always a first.
yes, and if you are learning how to quilt, if you want to teach your child how to quilt, this is a great first-time project because it's so simple. So all you have to do is cut out a square that is 5.5 by 3.5. Okay, so
Or
this is the
whatever
back
size
side.
you-
That's the back side of the pin cushion, and then and this is the other great thing, scraps. It's little scraps that you probably already have around your house. And then you're going to cut out 5 pieces of 3.5 by 1.5 inch pieces. And all you're going to do is teach them really the very basics of piecing, laying things right side together, sewing it right along the edge, opening it up, let them see, you know, that the seam is on the opposite side, and then just sew all these pieces together, sew this together, and then you'll leave an opening, turn it right side out.
And stuff it with...
Stuff it. And I will tell you with pin cushions, I brought this because I love pin cushions, and pin cushions are a great project for kids. But my pin cushions, I like to stuff with a little bit of stuffing, just like from...
Just like fiberfill or something.
whatever you want, and a little bit of rice.
Oh, why?
So the rice kind of grounds it. Something this small is going
this have
to,
both?
it
Oh, I
does,
feel
and
it.
it feels a little squishy. So one of the problems if you just have stuffing is this tends to kind of flop around, it's just kind of, not be weighted. And the rice weights it and it gives it some, I don't know, it just grounds it. So, and the
That's a good
stuffing makes
point.
the pins go in. I also have a friend who really loves like ground walnut shells. So, and they'll stuff it that way. And I always use a funnel to get all of that in. So I'll stick it into the side bit.
Do
I'll
this
stuff
with
this
your
first,
hands.
and then I'll throw in some rice.
That's a good tip.
So-
Doesn't go all over the floor.
Although
Okay.
it sometimes still
Sometimes
does. Still if you're doing it with kids.
Well, you've got a doll here, and all of us little girls like playing with our dolls.
Oh my
so-
gosh, 18-inch dolls came into our family a year ago, and we cannot get enough of them.
Oh,
so
and this is the outfit she has on. This is your pattern.
This is the little Playdate outfit, and there's actually a big girl pattern that goes along with it.
Oh.
So I was going to show you really quick how to make this little flower, because this is cute, not just for the outfit, but it's cute for if you want to do like a cute little collar situation or a headband.
Good idea.
And here's another one so you can take a look
It's
at
so
it.
cute.
Look how darling that is. This is the little love nest ruffle dress, and there's actually a big girl outfit for this too.
Oh, this is
for
the-
sewing. But all you have to
see.
do, this is so easy. My daughter did this with me, and it is just the easiest little thing. But you just cut out 5 2.5-inch squares.
2.5 inch.
2.5 inch. You just fold them in half like a triangle. And not like a triangle, actually a triangle.
It is a triangle.
And then you're going to just not even knot your needle and thread. I like to leave mine loose. And you're just going to stitch along the raw edge here of the triangle and do it
Just
nice,
long running stitches.
long, big stitches. I actually think the bigger the stitch, the better you are. I'm gonna leave.
Just remember not to pull it all the way
Yep, don't
through.
pull it all the way through. And the reason is if you make those stitches too tight and pretty, then you get a big hole in the center of your flower. So actually the
point.
fatter stitch, your kids will probably do it better than you know? So I leave that long stitch just like that, and then you sew right along that edge and you just add the next one on until you get to the very end.
And this time we're folding it with the wrong sides together, I see.
Yes.
So that's another teaching point.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do one, sometimes the other.
And I'm just going to show you with two what happens. So once you've done that, see, once I start pulling this together on both sides, you're going to see the petals.
It's kind of like making a yo-yo, but you've got individual petals.
Exactly. And so then you'll have these little petals that you can pull together, and then at that point you can hot glue it, put on a fun button, whatever
Cute idea.
strikes your fancy. So this is a really cute, very easy kid project to do.
Well, I love these little backpacks.
These are fun.
Toodaloo.
These are a little more complicated. I recommend doing it with a grown-up. Even if it's a beginning sewer, I think that you'll have a good time doing it. But this Toodaloo backpack is really simple. It uses really basic, bag making premises. So look how cute this is. This is actually one of my new lines, little arc coming out
Oh, that's cute.
in spring of 2014.
Oh, and the fabrics. I love
Really
your fabrics. I'll
fun.
have to start looking for these.
So cute. And then if you want to do a bigger piecing project, want to make a step up from this, we have this great Tulip Park pinafore, which is just one size fits all and a cute little apron, and it uses the very same
So you can almost
piecing.
work your way up. It's a progression.
Exactly. And I recommend doing this with an adult as well, just because there are lots of pieces. And maybe if you had a teenager who was just going for it and wanted to make stuff for their siblings, then that would be great.
And you gathering, there's a lot of techniques. In fact, once you master this, you'd be ready to
Sew
really
whatever
take
you
on
want.
and make your own clothes. But I think we all, at least I used to just love to make something that I could wear, to school
Yes.
the next day. And it's nice to know that pinafores are back in style.
I love a great apron. So those are just a few different ideas for getting your kids involved with actually sewing with you.
Well, thank you so much. You've given us lots of ideas, and I really like the idea about using the rice and the pincushion. Never thought about doing that.
It's a pretty fun technique.
It is. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the show today. Next time on Creative Living, we'll learn how to make a very professional-looking floral bouquet and show how to make some fabulous frames, as well as demonstrate how chia seeds can be used in a paleo diet. One of my next guests is a floral designer, and she's going to show how to use flowers from a simple wrapped bouquet to create an easy arrangement. This is called the spiraling method, and it creates an arrangement that you can simply drop in a vase. No floral foam or even tape is needed. We'll also meet a designer and crafter who will show how to make fabulous frames using scrapbooking paper and other embellishments. And finally, we'll talk about the paleo diet and explain what it consists of, as well as the pros and cons. Then my guest will demonstrate how to use chia seeds, which are high in omega-3, in some recipes. All of these topics will be featured on the next Creative Living show. If you ever have comments or suggestions or ideas for shows, you can email me at sheryl.borden@enmu.edu. I'd also like to ask you to become a fan of Creative Living on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com and in the search window type in Creative Living with Sheryl Borden. Thanks so much. I hope you'll plan to join me next time for Creative Living.
We are very pleased to offer you a new booklet that accompanies this series of Creative Living. This booklet is titled the 6900 series, and it features a wonderful collection of ideas and information, and it's available free of charge on our website. Posted as a PDF file, you can simply download the entire booklet or just the segments you're most interested in. For your copy of this new booklet, go to our website at KENW.org and then click on Creative Living. Scroll down to the booklet section and you can click on this booklet or on any of the other booklets that we have available online. We also would like to invite you to sign up for our free e-newsletter. Just go to KENW.org and click on the Sign Up Now button. Thank you.